G'day, Trey Sam here from Trade to Prosper. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of November. I'm going to look at Render and see how the AI narrative is going to perform again. Looking at this macro chart, you can see a number of things that I've just did a TAR, and what does the elite wave count tell us, as well as based on Fibonacci, what we're likely to do. If I get this right, if this is a wave 1, a wave 2, wave 3, I think that makes sense. Strong wave 2 to 3 move, and wave 1 has 5 counts here. A, B, C corrective wave there. So that makes sense that this is a corrective wave. So that's can't be wave 3 on the big picture. It's got to be wave 1. If we're to look at from a regular perspective, like in comparison to the rest of the chart, that makes sense that is a wave 1 and a wave 2. Although there's a whole bunch of cycles there. Interesting how that works out to be. Pull back on the regular chart, it's the golden ratio, which I didn't see until now. I thought it was a 786 with a logarithmic. Oh, it's 0.5 or 0.382. So on the bigger time frame, a small time frame, this is actually a wave 5, or wave 3 to 4, and then this is a long extended wave 5. But wave 5 in that case becomes wave 3. What else do we have? Let's just fix this up. You can see the measured move. I thought I'll have a look at this. The measured move from that, we measure wave 1 and apply it from wave 2 up, and it gives us exactly 1 to 1. So AB equals CD. So in my opinion, this is a wave 3 to 4 corrective wave. Now, what is a common Fibonacci level when we get this type of scenario? Wave 5 tends to be less. So this wave 2 to 3 is not it is a strong move. So wave 5 is likely to be less than going all the way up and going to the 1.618. I would say that it will be somewhere just above. And what we can do is try to figure out what is it likely to do. Could do a double top as well. You can see from here, I'll do a fib extension. 1 is exactly hit. So we might actually get a double top or slightly take out the liquidity and then come back down. What kind of move is that? Let's see. That is another 200% move. Okay. 100% move. It's a hard one. If we get past that, then we can look for those levels here. Let's do the elite wave count there. If that's our A, B, C, D, E. So accumulation is pretty much finished. And it's in the breakout. Daily chart. Let's just do a few things. That's the daily level. So we've broken the daily level. Liquidity is there. Fib level is there. So we might get a resistance just above that. Let's put that as a daily. That was a daily level and it's broken above, holding it through. And this channel is pretty much almost done. Can we do that? Maybe it's more so that way. First time around, didn't quite touch it. Give or take. So if we were to be honest with ourselves, we get a magnet, click there, and just extend it. There we go. We didn't quite hit it. If we hit the body of the candle and this body of the candle, we are at resistance. There we go. And if we were to bring this to the wick, give or take, the sender was a main support. So we haven't quite broken out this structure yet. From a structural perspective, A, B, C, sideways, I think we are likely to find some resistance here. So go for the breakout. If you're late in the picture, now's not a time to enter. We might even actually do that as well. If Bitcoin pulls back, that is likely to pull back, and then this is a level for support to go along. Otherwise, just wait for the breakout. Let it go sideways. If we take out the liquidity, chances are we can come back down in that level. So we're in a position where there is not much of a trade, and you can see how much. Now let's go on a small time frame and see what it gives us. And why overextended? Yep. So any shorting position, liquidity taken there, that level there where it's at now is really a definer. 4-hour level. Right here we got some level. Okay. Let's add in our moving averages. Don't know. Okay. 200 moving averages are broken. There you go. So it's bullish on the daily. Let's look at the 20 or 21. Daily. So realistically, say our price goes above and then use those 20 moving averages or 21 moving averages as support, and then up it goes. It's broken the 200 moving average. So to me, that is another indication that we're in a breakout. We'll look at a small time frame, but at this point, there is nothing to be interested in the trade. Let's do this. Let's put all our levels in, and then we'll come back to it. Looking up close on the 4-hour chart, we've added our levels with the daily, monthly, and weekly liquidation levels, liquidity, and this macro trend line. As you can see, we've got the VWAP coming down from that all-time high, comes across the daily and monthly right there, along with the trend line. So in my opinion, this is going to be a shorting position. Question is how the alts are going to do this time around. If we lose this value area high, 6.311, then we are likely to come back down further. Here is another thought that I'm looking at. Looking at this chart, we have this trend line and it's pretty much broken. And like we said, the measured move from there to there matches the measured move from there to there. All right. Similarly, if this is wave 3 or wave 5, ABC correction, if this was a wave 3 and a wave 4, it's almost touching wave 1. So the scenario here could be that this looks like a corrective wave, A, B, C. This doesn't look like a 5-wave count. Therefore, I am expecting, based on this corrective wave, not a 5-wave count, it's a 3-wave count, so it's a corrective wave. Therefore, this section here could be a flat correction or flat wave. In other words, what we have here is we have a move sideways and then another strong move. That is a flat wave with a very short area. So if that's short, this could tend to be long. So if we were to measure that from a Fibonacci perspective, give or take, we'll grab that and that. Fib extension 1 is there, so it matches that measured move, Fib extension 1, or close to it, give or take. And then we can look for the other Fib levels as well. So we've got Fib extension 1, likely to take out the liquidity there, measured move, pull back, and then fill up. When we look at it from this perspective, we have a trend line that is consistently being resistance. We also have a channel that seems to the top to be resistance. So if we could break through this trend line, this section here, if we consolidate like that, we might just get a break up to the upside. Otherwise, we'll come back down, which could be very bearish. That could be the case where we're going for a long in sync with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin looks to drop back and grab the CME gap, we can potentially see this happening as well. Unlikely at this point, in my opinion. I think it's more of a chance that we go up. So we'll consolidate here, and then we go up. Let's see how we look up close. Do we have an entry? So the previous resistance here is acting as support. It's not the best formation. We have seen in the past where you have this type of scenario, level of liquidity, grabs it, and then comes down a lot. I don't think that's the case because of this ABC corrective wave. However, could be wrong. Looking for the breakout is probably the best scenario to look for in this case. If you were to long this, let's just make this thicker. I think that if you can break the horizontal level, which is there, if you can break that level there, then we have this resistance here with the trend line, and that might be the case where you go long. So once you break this level, we break the trend line, we break this horizontal resistance. This looks like a reversal structure in essence. Could be a rising wedge as well, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We could see why that was a resistance from that trend line as well as that. So we see consolidation by the dip, might go through. Have your stop loss just below that last week. Let's have a closer look. Not the easiest chart to enter. We take on the liquidity. Let's look at our daily level. Oh damn, daily level's all the way down there. We have one there. Then after that, it's pretty much down, isn't it? All the way down here. And we've got the moving averages as well. So that one there is a 21 weekly moving average. So we've broken the 21 weekly moving average, which is a good sign. Did we take out? Okay, no liquidity there. Well, we took out a lot of liquidity below here. So that's a good reversal, strong move. And I think we'll just go sideways before we break up to the upside. Like I said, that's the only thing I can see there at the moment. Let's have a look at it from a TPO perspective. Let's do this from here. Okay, so there we have the resistance, perfect resistance acting at. So we've got the VWAP acting as support. Let's look up on the small time frame, 1 hour. Let's do it from here, and we've got entry signal here as well. Let's get rid of that for a sec. Got a number of things that are coming together. Let's look on the weekly, see if there's a weekly level. Okay, we've got the weekly as well. damn, the weekly is there as well too. And then we have the weekly above that. It does look like W formation, so it's likely to go higher. How high? Well, that's $8 is the first target, but it could rocket as well. We've seen that happen in the past. So what we're seeing here from a weekly perspective, we get that's our 1, 2, that's really a 3 potentially, and a 4, and 5 is the hard part. Could be the 1 point right there, just slightly above that previous. So that is our weekly level. On the left, do we have anything? No. That's the highest it's ever been, I think. Let's look at another chart, see if there's anything that will give us more history. Oh, there we go. Let's see if there's any history here. No. Let's have a look at this. Let's do that there. Trying to explain why there's no Fibonacci reason at this point. Let's look for that. Okay. From that perspective, we can potentially see it hit $19 as well. Let's see if that matches. Doesn't match anything here. From there to there. We'll do it. Could go higher, okay. Really depends on how this alt market's going. The volume's down, starting to pick up. Not okay. The real volume's up there, isn't it? Off top. Yeah, I'm still in the mindset that 1, 2, 3, 4 on a small time frame, extended 5, and then we have pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, and potentially 5 there. I'm still looking at $19 more so. Otherwise, let's see this. This is a flagpole. That goes a bit higher. Okay. It's usually that, isn't it? I want to use that. That's actually close to 1.618, isn't it? I can do that. So that is potentially our wave 1, wave 2. Wave 3 is a 1.618. Wave 4 there, and therefore, if that is our wave 1, I'm not going to count the wick at this point, but we'll try it. Okay, that's 1 to 1. We actually got real higher. That might be the case. We know this. Yeah, all right, let's leave it there for a sec. 618, 1.414. That's going to be a strong resistance here. If we can get above that, like I said, that could be further up.
There you have it. Please give Sam a like, share, and subscribe to his channel to support him for doing more of these posts.